Hi, welcome to our fourth English video podcast from HUFLIS, Hue University of Foreign Languages and International Studies, here in beautiful Hue, Vietnam. We have all of the usual segments today, and could you quickly just say your name and what segment you did?
Okay, guys, so my name is Tâm and I'm doing the culture part.
Yes, my name is Cheese and I'm doing a music.
Music, okay.
Yeah, and my name is Ha. I'm also doing the culture part.
That's right. And a lot of our crew is gone for the introduction. In case you didn't know, this is Tết, the biggest holiday in Vietnam, the Lunar New Year, and it's coming quickly. So a lot of students have already left. We hope you enjoy today's show. Okay, Gui, are you ready for some silly jokes?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, I have three for you. First, why would Cinderella be a terrible soccer player?
Why was she?
She lost her shoe, she ran away from the ball, and her coach was a pumpkin.
Okay, so the first two ones is, they are nice, but what was the last part?
The coach?
Yeah, why would pumpkin be the coach?
Okay, so the coach is the stagecoach, the carriage that she rides in. Oh. We also call that a coach in English. So her coach was a pumpkin.
Oh.
Okay, joke number two. What happens when you and I are gone?
What would?
There are only 24 letters left. Okay, last one. Do you know what alphabet soup is?
Not really. I mean, my best guess would be the soup, the cereal with the letters.
Yeah, they had the cereal too, which is basically the same thing. So it's a soup, like a vegetable soup, usually made with pasta. Oh. And they use the pasta to have all the letters of the alphabet, A to Z. Mm-hmm. Okay, so why should you never leave alphabet soup on the stove if you go out?
It will overcook? I don't know.
Kind of. It could spell disaster.
All right.
Okay. So if you don't know what that phrase means, it could spell disaster is a phrase in English, an idiom that means it could be dangerous. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. That's it. Those are the jokes for this podcast. Thank you. Welcome to the culture segment of the podcast. I'm here with two students today. We're going to talk about, of course,
Culture?
Well, yeah, of course. But what are we going to talk about today?
I think it's mainly about Tết holiday in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if those of you who don't know, this is the biggest holiday in Vietnam. It's the Lunar New Year. And it's similar in many ways to Christmas in the U.S. Because people think of it's a long holiday, and there are lots of different aspects of it. So, are you guys excited about that?
Oh yes, of course. I'm really excited right now.
Yes, and I'm just eager to welcome Ted with my family members.
Yeah. Okay, and so this week is our last week at school, the last couple days actually, that we have classes here at Hue University. And it's interesting to me, a lot of the classes are very empty. I mean, yes. Officially we're supposed to hold classes, but students have already left.
Yes.
And so just like in the US at Christmas or New Year, people travel home. Is that right?
Yeah, yes. Yes, because they have to buy tickets in advance, maybe, a week earlier.
Right.
Yeah, because if they book it too late, they would run out of tickets to come back home.
Yeah. Holiday seasons, our travel is always bad for a few days. And so it's the same here during that. This week is the when do people travel the most? That's this week, right? From like today. The next few days is when most people are traveling?
Yes, but additionally, the price may be high too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they always jack the prices up or raise the prices, or, a lot of times
Yeah.
Airlines do that.
Mostly all the
Trains.
time in this period.
Uh,
Yeah.
do most people here, are they traveling home from Hue? Are they going by bus or train?
I think like it's mainly by bus or by coach,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think another one will get the train.
And some people on the train.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's always, I don't like to travel during holiday travel seasons.
Yeah, me too.
The traffic is crazy.
Okay. So tell me, for those who don't know anything about that, what are your plans? When are you leaving, and what are you going to do?
Actually, my hometown is right in Hue City.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So it's just like a family gatherings. We, like go to the supermarket and buy some, like food and prepare it for, like many relatives.
Yeah.
I think you should ask her for, like he's in another city.
And you have to travel.
No, it's actually my hometown is also Hue, but actually I live in the countryside.
Oh, okay.
So I need to ride my own scooter to back home. It
Sure.
takes me about 1 hour.
Okay.
And what about my plan for Tet holiday? I think that this week, at the end of this week, I will back on my stuff up and then, ride my scooter to meet my family members. And then we may do some cleaning and, go to the market to buy decorations and food for preparation.
Right.
Yeah.
So I see, if you go to the stores these days, you see, at the grocery store, the mini mart, you see lots of red
Yes.
packages wrapped up like Christmas presents or gifts,
Yes.
packages. And red is the most popular color, right?
Yeah.
Is that because it's a lucky?
It's considered as a lucky color,
Yeah.
and it can bring health. Yeah, many things that people wish for.
Right. Okay. What other questions do I have? So you have also, just like a lot of holidays in different places, you have you have some special foods that you eat mostly only during, or especially during Tet season.
Actually, in Tet holiday, we eat, like bánh chưng, bánh dây. It's just like a rice cake, a special rice cake.
Right.
And but drinks, there's no popular in drinks. I think so.
Oh, so yeah, different kinds of sticky or glutinous rice cakes
yes,
are
that's
our
right.
specialty. Anything else that's special?
Oh, I would
you think?
say jam.
Ah.
Jam is also popular.
Now, when you say jam, I actually had some students make. Well, they told me it was going to be jam, but I wouldn't call it jam. I would call it candied,
Candy.
like candied coconut and candied ginger.
Is this a common way to call?
Well, it's when I think of jam, I think of like a gel, what you would call a jelly, but with the fruit. You put it on toast with a peanut butter or something.
For example, if we want to make a ginger jam,
Yeah,
put the
okay.
ginger with sugar,
Yeah.
and then we boil it, and then
Yeah, so candied ginger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what we would mostly say. In American English, we call that candied
yeah,
ginger.
Yeah, ginger.
I liked the coconut. The candied ginger it's okay, I guess. All right. Yeah, that's famous. All right. A final question. When is the actual Tet day? Do you know what date it is this year?
This year will on, like 10 February.
It's on 10 February,
Yeah.
10th, the 10th. Okay.
I remember is, like Saturday the next 2 week.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Saturday, yeah. So we still have some time, but people are busy making preparations and traveling and going home. All right. You have any questions for me?
Oh, actually, do you have any plan to spend on Tet?
So this week I will be just hanging out in Hue, and I'll probably meet a couple of different friends for coffee and whatever else. Maybe going out to eat. And then actually when Tet starts from the 9th or 10th, I'm traveling to Thailand for a week. So I have that week I'm going to take vacation. My friend's family lives there, and his oldest kids are actually coming back from the United States. So it's kind of like a family reunion of sorts.
So don't you want to feel the atmosphere of Tet holiday in Vietnam? Don't you
I was here last year, like I
last
said,
year.
and I really don't like traveling during crowds and stuff. So
yes.
I think it's a good plan. I'm going to enjoy just relaxing and having vacation. And then I get
Yes.
to see one of my best friends and
Taking
their
a
family
bus.
in Thailand. So that's
Yeah.
going to be fun for me.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds
Okay, all of you have a great Tet.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the movie review part. So what film will we talk about today? As you know, there is one saying, when life gives you a second chance, give it your best shot. So if you have a second chance, what will you do? Will you choose to repeat the same thing you did in the past, or will you go for a different way and change the past completely? That is what's happening in Marry My Husband, a currently trending Korean drama series, also known as the modern-day Cinderella story. So what is the film about? It tells the story of Kang Ji-woon, starring Park Min-young, who is on a mission to save a life and find herself a happy ending. After her miserable death caused by her husband and her best friend, Kang Ji-woon is granted a second chance and transferred to the past to change herself and chase her happiness. If you get a chance to enjoy some short clips cut from the movie, you can somehow absorbing the thrilling journey of personal growth of Kang Ji-woon. Having an opportunity to come back to the past might be the dream of many people, since we all have weaknesses and make mistakes several times. However, I don't think the journey of makeovers is that smooth. What if you are afraid of repeating the same mistakes because your personality hasn't changed? It requires a lot of courage from you. In my opinion, what is the best about this movie is that Ji-woon, once a shy girl in hoodies, decides to become a whole new person. She grabs glasses for high heels and embraces a corset dress. What is also interesting about the series is that Ji-woon doesn't lose her memory when coming back to the past. Therefore, she knows what has happened and takes all her courage to rewrite her life story. The movie digs into the untold narratives of Gundi's soul. It explores societal pressure, generational scars, and jealousy that exists inside every person. However, there is a question that I do wonder. Will all of us have a second chance? Or will we ever have an opportunity to travel back to the past and change what had happened? I'm afraid not. Therefore, what I suggest you do when enjoying the film is to be wise in choice. Instead of desperately looking for a second chance in other life, let's pay attention to what we are facing now, do our best, and make the most of ourselves in this life. Be your best version. And that's all about the movie review part. Thank you.
Hi, this is the music segment of today's podcast. I've never met you before, so what is your name?
My name is Cheese.
Chi?
Chi.
Okay. What kind of music do you usually listen to?
Yes, to be honest, I usually listening pop music because it's like a famous type of music, and it also has a lot of artists show this in the stage.
Okay, so pop music. Most people listen to pop music. How do you decide what kind of music to listen to? New music.
Yes, I don't pay too much attention to choose the music to listen. Yet, just I usually choose music in Spotify. Yeah, it has a list, and I just click in here and listening it.
Sure. So you just look at what's trending on Spotify and just okay. Yeah, I think today a lot of people choose music that way. I don't know. Do you think a lot of people, young people here in Vietnam, listen to rock music or metal or blues? Or is it mostly pop music?
Yes, I think they are usually listening because this is area that music has become more famous than in the past. So it also has a lot of artists, Vietnamese artists, talents about pop music and also something like that.
So you mean pop? They listen to mostly pop music.
Yeah.
Pop music is okay. And I think when you're 18 to 25 is the best time in life to explore new music, broaden your music horizons. And so, what I wanted to do today, and it might seem a little bit old-fashioned, but I'm hoping that the list that I show you, some of you will take the time to go ahead and go onto YouTube and play some of the songs and see, you might find a new band or artist or album that you love, I think. So we're going to start. These are my lists from last year, the best music of 2023. And since it's Tet season, holiday season here in Vietnam, so it will soon be the New Year, the Lunar New Year.
Yes.
I think it's appropriate also. So first list, go ahead and hold them up. The first list is which list do you have first? Oh, blues, etc. Okay. So this is probably the least popular one, but a lot of students who were exposed to blues last year really liked it. Okay, those are the blues. Go ahead and put those down. Let's look at the next one you've got. The next list you might want to check out. This is country music. Have you heard country music before?
Yes, maybe. Yes.
Sure. And who's famous for also being a country singer, maybe? Pop singer and country singer.
Yes, I don't think I know too much about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift. Have you
Yes,
ever heard?
Taylor Swift.
Some of her songs are very country-like, modern country. Yeah. So she's not on here, but there are I have 5 different artists. The brothers Osborne at the top. These guys, anyway, all of these are really good. Okay, that's the second list. Let's look at the third list. Okay, what kind of music is this?
It's rock.
Rock music. And it's old school. So that means these are bands that are at least, they started in the 90s or before. So they've been around for a long time. All of these. Some of these names you'll recognize. A lot of you rockers out there. Iggy Pop, Queens of the Stone Age. Okay, Paul Rogers. Rolling Stones, of course. It was amazing that they're so old and yet they put out a pretty good album. And then at the top, I put the Foo Fighters. A lot of you actually probably have heard of them or know who they are, have heard some of their music. And they produced another great album. Yet again, they just keep making great albums year after year. Okay, go ahead and last list for us to look at. This is newer rock. These are rock bands that a lot of them capture the old classic rock sound, though. They sound like bands from the 70s or 80s, okay, or 90s. And you can see the names there. There's only one band, the top one, Greta Van Fleet, that I had heard before, that I had listened to before. The others were new to me this year, but they're all good albums. Okay. Are there any questions that you want to ask me about music?
Yes, so I want to know what kind of music do you like to listening in today?
Yeah, so obviously this list pretty much says it. I do not like pop music. I just don't. I've never liked pop music since I was a teenager, I don't think. Really?
Maybe it's depend on the age.
Well, sure.
Your
sure.
generations. Do you like some bands?
Somewhat.
Bands?
Oh, some of my favorite bands?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the kind of music, but, so for country music, one of my favorite singers and songwriters of all time is Johnny Cash. He died a few years back, but yeah, Johnny Cash is a great musician. That's mostly country music. For metal, probably my favorite band is Megadeth and Iron Maiden. Those two bands, they are my favorites. And they're both old bands. They've been around for a long, long time. For just regular rock music, I mean, that's more pop sounding. Bands that are still making music today, Foo Fighters, I really like. I didn't like them so much, but in the last 15 years, 20 years, I've grown to like them quite a bit.
Hi, I'm Nhi. And I'm Lan. If you want to try something new like vegan dishes, we have something right for you. Yeah. We are here at Ami Chai Vegan Restaurant. Yeah. Let's come in and have a check.
The restaurant is very clean. The tables and chairs are white and shiny. They are put in the nice order. The walls are blue like the sea in the Greece. I think of Santorini when I see it. There are tables for 2 people and bigger table for 4 or more people. You can sit with your friends or family. It's a nice place to eat. Get ready for some yummy salad. We start with sweet and sour rainbow salad, crunchy carrots and fried red cabbage, sweet jicama and earthy lotus root, tender king oyster mushrooms, sour mango, also some extra flavor come from fresh coriander, Thai basil, and olive, crunchy peanuts and nutty sesame seeds, drink on top. Now we are adding some spicy garlic fish sauce and mix it all together. Enjoy! Although it's easy and takes little time to make, the flavor is super refreshing. This salad is the best choice in hot summer weather. And the next, we have tofu with mushroom and pepper sauce. There's the chicken tofu right in the center, like fluffy white cologne. The yummy smell that's off from the special sauce poured over it. It's like ketchup and black pepper mixed together with mushrooms and some herb for decoration. We all know mushroom and tofu are common materials in the vegan dishes. You can find them everywhere. They are super healthy for you, packed with lots of healthy nutrients your body needs. And the last one is shaking mushroom. Juicy king oyster mushrooms, plum and pearly, nestled beside colorful bell peppers, red and green. Now here we cream or animal fats here. The bees dancing to the beat of margarine, light and luxurious, giving it a modern show. Teenagers and adventurous foreign visitors will soon fall the symphony of flavors. The tangy prey tickle your tongue, the bell pepper pop with fresh sweetness, and the king oyster mushroom melt in your mouth and make me so excited. This restaurant was amazing. The staff was so friendly and helpful, and the food was delicious. They used fresh, tasty vegetable in everything, and it was all cooked perfectly. Whether you are a vegetarian or just love veggies, this is the place to go. Bye for now and see you next time.
Hi, this is Mr. Don, and this segment of English video podcast number 4 from HUFLIS is the student tips. Today I'm going to show you 2 different digital tools that can help you with reading and writing in your courses at college, at university. The first one is something that's been around for a long time. I'm going to access it through English Lizard website, which some of you know. Digital tools, going to go to Text Summarizer. This is from splitbrain.org, as you can see. Okay. It's very simple. It has an input. It has keywords or summary. I'm going to start with keywords. I'm going to go to an essay on deforestation. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. Okay,
Now, I've got the whole article in here, as you can see. I'm going to do keywords. Hit submit. And this gives me the most important words from the article. These are words that I have to know in order to understand any of the main ideas. Amazon, deforestation, forest trees, and species. Okay, so that's useful. Now I did that, let's go ahead and change to summary. And I will start at 20%. Okay, now it took that article and it shortened it to 20% of the original size. You can see it's much easier to read. What happens if I go even smaller? Well, I can do that. Let's go down to 5%. Okay, as you can see now I have an article that is just over a paragraph, just 2 small paragraphs. I can understand the main ideas. Now I can go back and try to read some of the rest of the article and look for a vocabulary I don't know. But this will give me all of the main ideas. Okay, that is a text summarizer. Let's get off that. I want to show you AI. Now, the most popular AI platform out there right now, I believe, is probably ChatGPT. But here in Vietnam, it originally wasn't available. And then when it was, there were restrictions on its use. I didn't like the way you had to sign up, with a VPN and numbers. Anyway, long story short, I prefer Bard. Bard is a Google product. It's easy to sign up with your Google account. It's also, you don't need an app. So what I've done here is just, you can see the address at the top. It's just bard.google.com. So go to bard.google.com. It knows who I am. I've signed up. Just use your Google account. If not, you can sign up with email and whatever else. But that's easy. It will remember you on your computer when you come back. So it says, hi again. Now, what I have done is, I'm going to start here. Sorry. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to use Bard for writing. So what I have done is I've taken the essay I just showed you and I've made a bunch of changes in it. Some mistakes, just like you would make if you were writing an English essay. I've made these mistakes. Now notice what I will ask Bard to do. You see? You see here? Correct the mistakes in this essay, okay? Right? And explain reasons for any changes. So with Bard and all AI, the prompt is key. I'll say that again. The prompt is the most important thing. The better the prompt, the better the answer. The better the prompt, the better the output. So I have asked Bard to correct the mistakes in this essay and explain the reasons. Now, notice what it did. This is quite amazing. Maybe. So it tells me, wow, right? Tells me phrases that are bad. It tells me general strategies, some things I didn't do. Word agreement. Sometimes I say forest. Sometimes I said rainforest. Use will be lost instead of lose. Awkward phrasing. Gives me suggestions about the content and organization that would make it stronger. Additional suggestions. Replace some of the... It's just amazing. So it will help you if you ask it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and this time I'm going to ask Bard to do something different. I'm going to ask Bard to help me with a reading by doing this. So I'm going to ask Bard to simplify and summarize the following essay to beginning English. Let's say what, 100 words? Okay. And then I go ahead and wait. There. Now, 100, that's 100 words. So give me a nice paragraph. I could say 200 words. I could say 300 words. I could change the level. I could say summarize the following essay to intermediate English or pre-intermediate. I can use levels like A2. It doesn't always do well with those, but A1, very beginner, A2, little higher, B1, okay, a little bit higher, B2, quite high, intermediate. But use the words like beginning, pre-intermediate, intermediate, advanced to tell it what you want to do. Tell it how many words. You have to be precise. You have to be specific. Now, there it is. Now, I also have 3 options. It gives you 3 different options. If you don't like this one, look at another one. Okay. This was more of a bullet point. I don't like that one. I like the first one better. This one is by topic. So it gives you different styles of responses. Okay. Very powerful tool. Check it out. Give it a go. Experiment. Play around with it. All right. See what it can do for you. Anyway, those are the highlights. And I hope that these 2 tools and this tip section will help you with your writing and reading in your university courses. This is Mr. Don saying goodbye. Till next time, take care.
Welcome to the weather forecast. My name is Wang Mai. Now let's see what is the weather like for the whole week. Let's start with the United States. Freezing rain is forecast from the southern plain into the mid-Mississippi Valley Sunday into Monday. Ice accumulations will likely cause minor to moderate travel impact from central to eastern Oklahoma to the lowest metro areas, especially during the Monday morning commute. High precipitations will impact part of the west coast this weekend, then heavy rain will develop over the south early next week. Scattered instant floodings will be possibly seen in these regions. Now, people from Dallas to Michigan could see accumulating ice and freezing rain through Monday. Weather officers and several local transportation departments have warned drivers to exercise caution or stay off the road entirely. Significantly above average temperatures will spread across the east by the end of the week as a series of front and low-pressure system usher in warmer airs and tropical moisture. After severing through the features weekend, some cities will see daily high temperatures soar by nearly 30 degrees in the coming days. Heavy rain will bring a threat of flooding along the Gulf Coast and western portion of the Southeast until late in the week. Approximately 37 million people across the impacted areas are under threat of flooding and excessive rainfall through Thursday morning. As many as 6 to 8 rain could fall by the end of the week, with some areas seeing even more. Now come back to our homeland Vietnam. Tet is coming, isn't it? Spring, also the time for Tet holiday, the most essential and longest Vietnamese festival of the year. Hanoi is humid and wet with a bit of drizzle on the weekends. The average temperature ranges from 8 Celsius to 15 Celsius as a perfect kind of weather for plants to grow and flowers to blossom. In Hue, there will be a heavy rain, total 27 millimeters in a couple of days. Heaviest during Monday night, warm maximum to 24 Celsius on Monday afternoon, and the minimum is 15 on Wednesday. Wind will be generally light. And that is all for today's weather report. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Okay, that's it for today's show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again next time. And I want to say especially a happy Tết to everyone out there.
Okay, so we're gonna say chúc mừng năm mới. Can we say?
Here we go.
Chúc
mừng năm mới.